You've spoken openly and passionately. Recently, you spoke at Shaw Air Force Base about the Tuskegee Airmen. What is it you want, as people look at you and your experience, what do you want us to know and think about?
Opportunity. I think all I've ever wanted throughout my Air Force career is just an equal opportunity to compete. I don't want to be advantaged or disadvantaged based on my background. I want people to look at me as CQ Brown, as an F-16 pilot, the best F-16 pilot I could be, as a senior officer, the best senior officer I can be, and not judge me based on the color of my skin, but judge me on the merit of my capability. And I think that's what all of our service members want. They just want an opportunity. But we also got to realize that young people only aspire to be what they see, and through that process, we want to look up and see somebody who looks like you. And throughout my career, that has not always been the case. There's few and far between. I hope by me serving and continuing to serve, I provide an inspiration to others. And I'll just tell you, when I was at Shaw this past week, I had a number of young service members come up to me and tell me I'm an inspiration, which to me is, I'm just CQ Brown. And my wife and I have talked about this, that I'm an ordinary person with an extraordinary opportunity. I want to make sure that I do everything I can to open a door for others.
I was going to ask you who your inspiration is, but you walked me in your office a few minutes ago. It's the Tuskegee Airmen.
Right.
That story loudly resonates with you.
It does, and it's because they felt strongly about their capability, and they just wanted an opportunity. And once they had the opportunity, they proved that they could do it. And it's just, for me, it's amazing that I've had a chance, particularly over the course of the past few years, as those number of documented original Tuskegee Airmen started to fade, is to actually build some personal relationships with them and actually have a chance to talk to them, like Charles McGee and James Harvey, two that I've gotten to know, and just listen to their stories and just how upbeat they are, even the challenges they faced. But they opened doors, not just for me, but for so many others.
Recently, Chairman Brown traveled to Shaw Air Force Base to dedicate a monument to the Tuskegee Airmen and honor their service.
This is a story about African Americans, what we did for each other, what they did alongside all service members against a common enemy, and what they did for future generations. The Tuskegee Airmen that started a journey before there was a path, before there was anyone ahead to look to. They paved the way to change America. This P-51 behind me, stands as a visual memorial to the legacy of the Red Tails, the Tuskegee Airmen, and the contributions of the men and women from South Carolina. The Tuskegee Airmen's journey began in the early 1940s when the United States was on the brink of World War II. It was an experiment to challenge if African Americans had the aptitude and skill to fly. The Tuskegee Airmen, the experiment, designed to fail from the outset, became a testament to the resilience, to the courage, and to the capability of those who were part of it. Since the Wright brothers first soared above the North Carolina sand dunes, children dream of flying. Some children dream of serving their country. Some dream of both. Yet for African Americans before 1940, this was a dream that could not be realized. It could not be realized until President Roosevelt committed to allow African Americans to take to the sky in service of our nation. The training began at Tuskegee Institute in Alabama. It resulted in more than 14,000 Tuskegee Airmen, including pilots, navigators, bombardiers, maintainers, and support staff. Of these thousands, 992 completed their pilot training at Tuskegee during World War II. The Tuskegee Airmen created a path, and their collective stories weave together a legacy that has echoed through generations and is present here today. I'm here today because of Tuskegee Airmen. They paved the path so that I and so many others like me have been able to follow for decades.
Nightly Films is sponsored by Pfizer.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.